If you want an indicator of just how far society has fallen in general, or at least the people that make the so-called laws that are supposed to govern us in our society, what is good, what is evil, what is right, and what is wrong, look no further than this video. It's an elderly lady, 75 years of age, a Scottish pensioner, being arrested by at least 4 police officers and being forced, humiliated, to crawl into the back of this snatch wagon in a cage and sit in a cage for the crime. For the crime of what? For the crime of standing outside a hospital, a so-called hospital, with a sign saying that if you want to, you can talk to me outside a so-called abortion clinic. This lady has had 2 hip replacements. And when they try and bundle her into the back of this vehicle, she asks the question, do you have a step? I'm 75. I find it difficult to walk, let alone climb into the back of a cage. And they say, no, we can help you up. And she's forced to kneel while they maneuver her into the back of this vehicle and take her away and arrest her for the 2nd time in 6 months for the crime of standing silently, alone, with a placard offering to speak with those who would wish to speak with her, because she was too close to this hospital. She might cause distress and anguish to people that might be using the services. So I'm going to play you the video. I'm going to show you the headlines, and then you can tell me what you think. I made a clip earlier on where Pete North, friend of mine, was arrested at 9 p.m., 9:30 p.m., driven 1 hour from his home, held until the early hours of the morning, then sent home in a taxi at 3 a.m. for the crime of posting a meme, a picture on the internet that some people might have deemed offensive. Was this an adequate use of police time? Is this an adequate use of police time? Look at this picture, folks. Look at this picture. The old woman in the middle, kneeling at the back of the van with double hip replacement, 75 years of age. A pensioner's worked and probably paid her way all her life, and this is how she gets treated, thanks to laws that were brought in Scotland by the abominable Scottish National Party. So let's have a look at the video, and you can leave me your thoughts and comments below.
Just watch your head as well. What are you doing here today?
I'm just here with my sign, offering conversation.
Are you willing to move?
No,
The buffer zone is at the top of this road, just
yes.
down there.
Oh no,
Can
yeah.
you make your way to the top of the road?
I'll stand here,
You stay here.
yes.
Not much choice, no. You do understand that I believe there's not much choice in having to arrest you for breaching the buffer zone legislation. You understand that, don't you?
Right, so what part of the buffer zone legislation am I breaching then?
Would you like me to read it to you?
Yes.
This one should be
Okay, so in terms of behaviours that breach the legislation, where there's intent or recklessness or may include approaching someone to try and persuade them not to access abortion services surrounding people as they try and go in or out of the clinic or the hospital. This is the hospital here, but within the buffer zone, handing out leaflets, religious preaching and silent vigils. Okay, I'm arresting you under Section 1 of the Criminal Justice Scotland Act 2016 for breaching the Abortion Services Scotland Act 2024. The reason for your arrest is that I suspect that you have committed an offence, and I believe that keeping you in custody is necessary and proportionate for the purposes of bringing you before a court or otherwise dealing with you in accordance with the law.
They want to bring her in front of a court so they can deal with her. They believe she could be antagonizing people. The list of things that she may have been doing to breach this so-called lawful order, she's not doing any of them. She's standing there. She's not approaching anyone. She's not reaching out to anyone. She's simply standing there with a sign. Coercion is a crime, and so it is. But then again, our governments know plenty about coercion, don't they? Come and talk to me if you want. That's what she's saying. It's a silent offer of an open ear or a shoulder to cry on. And here we have two men, young men in the police, simply following orders. Is this what we've come to? Is there nothing better that they could be out doing? Is there no criminals they could be catching? We hear about the terrible, and it is terrible, crime statistics, violence against women and girls, violence against the person, arson attacks, scams, frauds, murders, you name it. And yet, this is what the police are dispatched to do. And as Pete North said in his video to his arresting officers, are you trying to tell me that there's a lack of resources and that there's a lack of police time that could be used to fight crime when you're sending people to a man's home, or in this case, to arrest an elderly woman for standing there with a sign? Have they nothing better to do? Have they?
Do you understand?
Yes.
You're not obliged to say anything, but anything you do say may be noted and used in evidence. Do you understand? Do you have a reply to make regarding your arrest?
Well, I wasn't approaching anyone. I wasn't handing out any leaflets. I wasn't doing anything that, in my mind, contravenes your buffer zone.
Just start right.
They're searching this old lady, searching her like a thug. Four of them at the roadside.
Well,
this.
inside the van, if you can please refrain from putting your hands in your pockets.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, have you got to step down for that?
We don't have
Give
a
you a
step
hand
down,
in.
but we can give you a hand to
Give me a
step up.
hand, okay?
Well, hold
right.
on, if you...
Just watch your head as well. Right, okay then.
Of all the things that they're doing, this is the most abominable. They don't have to put her in the back of that van. They know she's unwell. They know she's made it clear, I can't step into this. Why can't they put her in the front seat? Oh, it's against regulations. It's against rules. We're not allowed to do that. We're only following orders. Where have we heard that before? How can these people must be ashamed. They should be ashamed of themselves. I'm just doing my job. Well, then maybe you should find yourself another job to do. They don't have another vehicle they can take this lady in. They have to put her in a cage in the back of this van when they know she's got health problems, a double hip replacement. And still they persist. Oh, they're being gentle. They're being assisted. They're assisting her, are they? It's a disgrace.
See, just for the purpose of the journey there, son, see what you're on the best doing, see if you can try and get the feet as kind of close to that as you can, just fucking round corners and stuff will be
Right, it's
Fingers
just
crossed
that
we
I've had
can.
a double hip replacement. I can't,
No
and I'm
worries.
short.
I'll look after you, but
I can't hang on to that.
we're as long as we can get back out of it. Alright?
Okay,
Right, cheers. We'll get you some water and stuff once you're back at the office.
Okay.
Alright, cheers.
thank you.
She even thanks him at the end. You know why? Because she's a decent soul. She's old school. Old school. Put your feet on the floor so you don't fly around when we're going round corners. Instead of saying, "Madam, would you like to come and sit in the front?" They should be in the back. They should be riding in the back. She should be in the front. It's a disgrace. Thank you, she says. Pensioner arrested under the Scottish National Party's abortion buffer zones law for the second time. There's no quitting in her. Second time in 7 months. Rose Docherty, age 75, held and charged for holding a sign within 220 yards or 200 metres of the Queen Elizabeth University Hospital in Glasgow, reading "Coercion is a crime, here to talk, but only if you want." So if she'd have been 210 metres away, she'd have been fine. 205 metres away, it would have been okay. But she was within that 200 metres, and that's what made all the difference. The grandmother was questioned by 4 police officers, searched and led to the back of a van. She had 2 hip replacements. She claimed she was left without a chair for 2 hours in a police cell. I have no reason to believe she's lying. What do you think? Think she's making that up? She said everyone has the right to engage in consensual conversation. That's right. I held my sign with love and compassion, inviting anyone who wants to chat to do so. I stood peacefully. I did not approach anyone. I shouldn't be treated as a criminal for lending a listening ear. Well, guess what? You are in the eyes of this wicked, treacherous, and evil cabal that masquerades as a government. Conversation is not forbidden on the streets of Glasgow, and yet this is the 2nd time I've been arrested for that. Shame on the police. They're nothing better to do. Have you nothing better to do? In February, she became the first person to be arrested for influencing women with her beliefs within an abortion buffer zone. So she's not allowed to influence the women outside, but the women are allowed to be influenced inside. Is that what the law is? Ms. Docherty fell foul of this act by quietly holding the coercion as a crime sign within a buffer zone. Well, lock her up then and throw away the key. You know, they're letting violent criminals out of prison because they don't have enough room to lock everyone up that needs to be locked up. They're making room for pensioners like Rose. What a damnable state this nation is in. So, anyway, let me know what you think down below. As always, maybe you think she was out of order. Maybe you think why should she get away with breaking the law? Lock her up, throw away the key, teach her a lesson. Can't have her forcing her views on anyone, not some pensioner standing alone. God forbid. Or maybe you think this is just an abomination. Either way, tell me below. Share this video. Let people know what's happening in Great Britain in 2025. Cut and paste the link, drop it into your groups. Subscribe to this channel if you feel like it. If you don't. Doesn't matter either way. Just watch the videos, leave a comment and share them. Whether you subscribe or not is neither here nor there. But those that have and those that will, thank you. Those that don't want to, no harm done. Will not fall out over it. But for now, I'm Rick Munn. This is No Risk, No Reward Media, over and out.